Princess Omalicha, the princess of Awada land, the apple of the king's eyes, her mother's sunshine, the pride of Awada land, a beautiful and elegant princess. Her smile radiates the entire land. Princess Omalicha is beautiful and she knows it. Her beauty intoxicates her. Looking herself in the mirror is an addiction to her. She looks and admires herself while swaying to the beat of her imaginational music. You are safe to call her an arrogant peacock because as long as Princess Omalicha is concerned, there is no one else like her in the entire land. She treats her maiden girls like slaves, talks to them with degrading words, shouts and screams at them at any slightest mistake. Her friends are not left out, never treated them like friends. Princess Omalicha was 26 years old, yet not married, and the worst part was that no man was actually making an attempt to seek for her hand in marriage. Her unmarried status was a burden to the king, but what could he do when his only child and daughter was a spoilt brat? Sometimes he blamed himself for loving and pampering her too much, making her feel like the world revolves around her. He needed help, but who? Young men of Awada land admired her from afar. They admired her beautiful face, her beautiful body structure, her smiles. But who would want a proud and disrespectful woman as a wife? Princess Omalicha had before unleashed insults on all the men that had ever approached her. Look at me very well. I mean, take a proper look at me. Does it look like we are in the same league? Can you even afford my bride price? That was usually her response to men who sought for her hand in marriage. Looking at herself in the mirror, I am Princess Omalicha. I can get and keep any man I so desire. My beauty is more than enough to captivate the man of my dream, she would say, making her maids to praise her with names while she sways around arrogantly and proudly. One fateful evening, a group of young men were seated outside a bar with their friend Ezinwa, who came back from abroad to get a wife and also establish himself, when the princess walked past and demanded for them to bow down and salute her. She insulted them that day. There and then, Ezinwa swore to marry Princess Omalicha and make her pay. I must woo and marry this princess, and I will so tame her. Her beauty is nothing compared to the girls I've met in my life. As a matter of fact, she is not even beautiful to me, because beauty without good character is rubbish. But not to worry, she must learn, and we learn the hard way. Ezinwa told his friends. It wasn't hard for Ezinwa to woo and convince Princess Omalicha. After all, Ezinwa is rich and equally handsome. Yes, this is the kind of man I want. A man that is rich and well loaded with money. A man that will pamper me with gifts and can afford to provide me with loads of maids and servants. Oh my God, I can't wait to be his wife. Princess Omalicha gushed to herself. The king's happiness was out of this world. Finally, he said, Ezinwa, my love, when we finally get married, I want about 6 maids around the house. I don't want to work because I have never worked all my life. I mean, why should I work when my father is rich? And now, why should I work when my handsome husband-to-be is super rich and can afford to take care of my needs? You will do that for me, right? Princess Omalicha asked Ezinwa. Of course, my princess. You are a princess and should be treated as such. Even if you need more maids, you will get more and anything at all you want. Ezinwa responded with a fake smile. 2 weeks later, Princess Omalicha and Ezinwa had a festival called wedding. It was a very big event, more like a carnival. The most talked about wedding in Awada land and beyond. Of course, the arrogant princess was getting married. So everyone needed to know who the unlucky man was. They called him unlucky because of her character. That was most people's intention of attending the wedding. Ezinwa met with the king and told him his plans of taming and changing the princess. He begged the king not to allow the princess come home if at any point she called that she would be returning home, because most certainly she would try to run away. And the king actually agreed. Ezinwa and Princess Omalicha traveled to the city and they arrived a little bit late, where he bought a house, a well-furnished one at that. On arrival, Ezinwa called the gatekeeper to help them take the bag inside. Oh my God! How can you employ such an old man to be our gatekeeper? What can he actually do? No. You have to change him. Look at him. He's so haggard and so old. Ezinwa looked at her and didn't utter any words. The house is fine, by the way. But why is everywhere dry? Where are the maids? They should be around awaiting for our arrival. Princess asked. Oh, will they be arriving tomorrow? Please, my love, they should arrive early in the morning before breakfast. I love eating my breakfast early in the morning. Ezinwa just kept on looking at her, blabbing. They freshened up, they had their bath, and it was time for dinner. Ezinwa, I am hungry. What are we going to eat for dinner since the maids are not here? She asked. You are the woman of the house and should figure that out, not the other way round, Ezinwa responded. Princess Omalicha was taken aback by Ezinwa's response. What do you mean by that statement? Does it look like I don't know about me being a woman? Please, order us food for dinner. By tomorrow, the maid should be here, she responded and dashed out of the room. Ezinwa smiled knowingly and ordered the food because it was actually late and he himself was tired from the journey. The next morning, Ezinwa was getting ready to go inspect his new projects. There was no time for honeymoon, as he would be staying back in the country. When he heard a loud scream from the kitchen, he rushed out and saw Princess Omalicha screaming on top of her voice. He just stood by the door, watching her quietly. What is the problem? He asked. Ezinwa, please tell me why there is no maid in this house yet. Why is the kitchen still unkept from last night dinner? I hate dirty places. I'm allergic to dirty places. Please, I can't even, I feel, oh my God, I feel like throwing up. Please, call the maids now, and I'm so hungry. I need breakfast. Is that too much to ask? I need breakfast. Omalicha cried out at once. Well, my beautiful princess, my lovely wife, I think it's time for a reality check. Reality check 1. No single maid is coming over. Check 2. It's just you, me, and our marriage. And reality check 3. Can you stop shouting my name like I'm one of your guards? Newsflash, I am your husband and you should accord me some respect. Reality number 3, or rather number 4. You are allergic to dirty place, then please tidy up the place, and most importantly, cook something to eat if you are hungry, Ezinwa said, and stood there waiting for her reaction. Wait, Ezinwa, I don't understand you. You mean I should clean and cook? A princess? No, I can't do that, Ezinwa, you promised me lots of maids and servants, lots of pampering, and you are doing this? This is not what you promised me. We just got married yesterday. I need to call my father. Omaricha cried and walked out of the kitchen. Hello, Daddy. My princess, why are you crying? The king asked. Daddy, please, can you send me some palace maids? I need them. Can you believe this Ezenwa did not hire any maid for me? He wants me to cook and clean the kitchen, Daddy. Your princess cleaning. Daddy, your daughter is suffering already. Oh. My princess, first of all, Ezenwa is your husband now, so you should respect him. What do you mean by this, Ezenwa? Your husband. And about sending some maids to you. I'm sorry, my princess, but they are palace maids and won't be going to any other place. But don't worry, I'll talk to Ezenwa to get you a maid. But for now, just make yourself something to eat. Anything at all, the king responded. Daddy, this is all you have to say. Your daughter is suffering and this is all you have to say. Daddy, you know I can't cook now. Cooking is so stressful and I'm not ready for that at all. If what, don't worry, I'll just order takeouts, she said and hung up. The king called Ezenwa after his conversation with the princess. My son, please, I want you to take it easy on her. She's not used to all these things, the king said. My king, the princess needs to learn. Maybe I'm being too harsh and forward, but she needs to learn to appreciate people more. Treat people right, and the best way to do that is to teach her a life lesson. You need to see how she treated my gatekeeper the very moment she arrived. She needs to know the world does not revolve around her. Just leave her to me. She is my wife now, and I will handle her. Ezenwa responded. So lovelies, this is the end of the part 1 of this amazing story. Do you think Ezenwa will succeed in changing the princess? Or do you think he's being too harsh on her and too forward? And how do you think the princess will take what is coming for her? Or how she will react? Find out on the part 2 of this interesting story. Turn on your notification bell to get notified when the story drops. Please, if you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Subscribe, please. Thank you for subscribing. And thank you for watching. See you on the next video. Bye.